Welcome back. Today's video is going to be on the new Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name's Adrika. I upload 3 times a week on this YouTube channel. On every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, tune in to see more content from me. So this video is actually going to be kind of like a battle of those full coverage concealers. Of course, I'm pitting this against the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This was the previous fan favorite full coverage matte type of concealer. And then Too Faced came in with their multi-use sculpting concealer, which they claim is super coverage. It's a very odd claim to make, super coverage. They're basically claiming that this will cover all your tax debts, maybe fix your credit score. That's why this is super coverage. And Tarte, it might pay your credit card bills at most. That's the difference. The Too Faced concealer retails for $29. I have it in the shade Vanilla. So Vanilla is classified as a fair neutral shade. But it is a little bit more yellow tone than I thought. The neutral isn't quite pinky as I thought it would be. It is a little bit more peachy than the Tarte Shape Tape, which I have in the shade Light Sand, which is a true, just good yellow undertone. But I do make an exception to under eye concealer if it's a slight bit peachier, because it'll help conceal the under eye, and once I put my full face on, it doesn't look weird. Before I actually get into the demonstration, let me know which side you think is Too Faced and which side do you think is Tarte. So the Too Faced concealer comes in 20 shades. Not amazing, okay? It's not amazing at all, but you get a whopping 15 mils of product in here. 0.5 fluid ounces, which is half the size of a foundation, a regular liquid foundation. This is a crap ton of product for $29. So the Tarte Shape Tape retails for $27 for 0.33 ounces or 10 ml. So you're getting 5 extra ml in the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. The Tarte also comes in 20 shades, if you're wondering. So I'm going to read some of the claims to you right now of the Too Faced concealer. So they claim that this is a hydrating, full coverage, weightless, 4-in-1 concealer that conceals, contours, highlights, and retouches. So it's supposed to be natural looking coverage. It is infused with coconut water, alpine rose, and hyaluronic acid. So the main difference between these two, just right off the bat, I'm gonna let you guys know, is that this is claiming to be hydrating, where the Tarte is more matte. And now that I've put them on, I can definitely tell you there's quite a big difference between the Too Faced and the Tarte. The Tarte is definitely a lot more matter. So the Too Faced concealer actually launched about maybe like 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago. I know everyone's already made their video about it, but I just wanted to try it on me because my under eyes are especially dry and they're especially picky with concealers. Everything can start looking very heavy, very cakey, very quickly. And with powder on top of that, it can get amplified even more. I can look like an old little lady really quickly. So I think I'm actually a very good test subject for this concealer, since it does claim to be more of like a hydrating version of Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm going to be doing a full demonstration and wear test of the two concealers. I'm going to keep them on for a solid 8 hours, come back and show you guys how they wore. So before I begin, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, like and comment on this video, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. All the products talked about in this video will be listed in the description box down below, so definitely check it out if you want any of the product links. So if you want to see how the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer applies and wears throughout the day, then just keep on watching. Alrighty, so I've already talked about the claims and all that of the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I have it in the shade Vanilla, and this is the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer in the shade Light Sand. Now the Tarte one does seem to be a little bit lighter, but I think it's just gonna blend out fine, I hope. They're pretty much almost identical, not quite, but almost. So I'm going to do the Tarte on this eye, and let's do the Too Faced on this eye. So let's just get the Tarte one over with. I don't ever use this alone. I haven't used this alone in a while. My concealer wand fell and there's like concealer everywhere now. There's concealer on my pants. There's concealer on my mirror. All right, after I take out the fuzzies on the concealer one, I'm just gonna apply it because I've had enough. I have already had enough. So I'm actually not going to apply a ton. Literally only going to apply that much. So that's a lot for me, especially for Shape Tape. And then of course I'm taking my Japanesque Kumadori beauty sponge to blend that out underneath the eye. So Tarte Shape Tape is a very thick, high coverage, matte concealer. Now you can see I did not apply a lot, but it brightened up considerably, and it's like self-setting almost. Well, it basically is. It's like completely matte. I'm actually just gonna apply a little bit more because I can still see a bit of darkness underneath my eyes. Just a little, like a hair more, like right in there. So I've already probably talked about how dry my under eyes are and how I can really not wear Tarte because of how dry it is. Just makes my under eyes look really, really old and crepey and just not the best, but I do love to just mix it in with other more hydrating concealers. So if all goes well, the Too Faced and the Tarte probably mixed together will be the ultimate combination. But right now for me, this under eye is already looking dry. I look about like 10 years older. Now let's go on to the fun one. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Ooh, I am going to wipe off a bit of the product. I'd rather start off with, ew, it's so peachy. All right, I think this is about how much I used altogether of the Tarte Shape Tape. This is considerably peachier. It didn't look that peachy a bit ago. Wow, I hope you can see like the instant just plumping effect. It is definitely dewier. That blended so much better. It is looking so good underneath the eye. That blended way easier than the Tarte Shape Tape side. They look about the same coverage too. Actually, I think the Too Faced one might be covering just a little bit better. So this is what my under eyes are looking like. On set, of course, they were just applied. Wow, I don't know if you can tell a considerable difference, but there's just concealer clinging to my cheek even on this side. The Too Faced one just smoothed out like a dream. While we're already this up close and personal, I'm just going to set my under eye with the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder. This has been my favorite for all my other concealers, so I hope it will work out with this. I'm just going to dip my sponge in. I'm just setting, I'm not baking. So here is my under eyes set. All right, so I'm going to finish up the rest of my face, and then I'm going to come back on camera to show the entire full product. I will be using setting spray. Just letting you know, I use setting spray like every day now. So I will be using that. It may or may not affect the concealer, but I will come back and show you guys. Okay, so I had a tragedy happen and I tried on the worst mascara possible. So it's transferred down to the concealers. So if there is any mascara transferred throughout the day, I'm going to blame it on the mascara and not the concealer powder combo. The Too Faced side is looking way more beautiful. The skin looks so creamy under here, and the Tarte one is just looking a little bit drier. Looking really good so far. So now it has been 8 hours since I initially put the concealer on. Like I said, the mascara did transfer as I thought it would transfer, and I'm not gonna knock the concealer for that because I tried out a really crappy mascara the same day that I'm testing out this concealer. But my boyfriend did say that he noticed a slight difference between the two of them at basically the end of the day. He said he noticed a difference with the Too Faced, which was a little bit more fuller coverage, but it was so slight. I could definitely tell a difference right now. So the Tarte one has actually creased a little bit more, probably because the under eye wrinkles on this side is a little bit deeper, but the Tarte side definitely looks a lot heavier to me personally than the Too Faced side. So I actually want to give you a really up close and personal shot of my under eyes. So this was the Too Faced and this was the Tarte. So I'll look up for you guys if you notice. Definitely notice the creasing more on this side than this side. But the mascara did transfer right here as expected. Nasty. The Tarte one does look a little bit heavier to me. You probably can't even notice on camera, but they've both worn pretty well. I'm very excited to keep testing out the Too Faced concealer because I feel like that will become one of my holy grails. I loved pretty much everything about it. That is my full 8-hour wear test on the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, like and comment down below if you tried the Too Faced concealer and what are your thoughts on it. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. All the products talked about in this video and whatever else is on my face will be all listed in the description box down below, so definitely check it out if you're interested in any of the products on my face right now. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks so much for watching. Bye!